Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 111 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVA 9. Let's start with the progress report. As you can see, my net worth plus that of the corporation is now at 264 bill. What happened? I have no idea, to be honest. We've looked at the number. I'm guessing either last week was an anomaly or there's an anomaly this week. When looking at the liquid ISK, the fuel block, like the major asset we should have, it should be stable, but for some reason it dropped by almost 13 bill from last week. And that part is not me myself. I dropped a little bit. I expected it. I did lose some ship, but not as much as that. So I expected it to climb a little bit. So I did drop. I should have that doesn't surprise me that much. Like a variation of less than a bill in a week is okay. That 13 bill, I don't know where it came from. So either where again somebody's building stuff, or I look at this long term, and I look at the liquid disk in the corp wallet, and that's mostly my biggest indicator. When you get to a point where you got like multiple station, multiple system, a lot of people in corp, it's hard to keep track of. So that's mostly a tool to help. But it stopped having as much meaning as it has before, because anyway, if something happened, I'm not gonna pay like SRP with my pile of tritanium or stuff like that. So typically, the way you look at it is I look mostly at liquid disk in the corp wallet, and we're doing okay with that. But anyway, so we'll see next week if it changed. I'm not too worried about that so far. We did try to find out what was happening. We did have some expense, but nothing like if it would have dropped like 2 or 3 bill, I would have understood. But this just an anomaly. So that's pretty much it for the progress report. Now HR book. Let me just get here. HR. We are now at the 420 member, so that's a +3 compared to last week, which does make sense. We did get some new recruit this week again. Like I said, the big indicator is not that number here, because that include like some people that might have not been active for a while. Typically you want to see like how active is a corp. You look here, and we're at 86 active in PvP for last week, which is actually pretty cool. It is a progression. Like we're seeing regularly, our number are getting larger and larger. Every week we're getting 1 or 2 more active player. Number in fleet are great. Like you can see now, we have like 39 online, which is not our strongest time zone right now. So still good. At some point we broke 65 people in corp chat at the same time during a day. So that's pretty healthy, I would say. It's nothing bad to say about that. We're growing slowly but surely. So that's pretty much it for HR. Now, war or general combat stuff. I got a few battle report to show you. There wasn't any real operation of strategic importance in our space or in catch in general this week. We did go to a fight. Wrecking Crew went to a fight where fire was hitting structure from Triumvirate, and we went there to assist them. This one, we won the Esquire. Even if you add the people we were supporting, we won the Esquire against fire. It was a pretty large fight. These things happen. For us, it was more enemy of my enemy type of deal. Pretty bloody fight there. I was at that one personally, and like you see, like WOMP is I contribute this like a good amount of pilot on those fleet. The other one I wanted to show you was a large fight in Vino. Like this one went into tie-dye. I'm not sure about who exactly was on which team there. This one just isolate wrecking crew from the rest of the group because we went there to third party. Was a pretty interesting fight. Again, like big, large tie-dye fight. We don't get tie-dye fight every week, but we do get like large fleet like the two I showed you. Basically, we get a few of those every week. So that was one where WOMP sent a few pilots. And a new thing that we started to do, and this was our objective for a while, is we started to do WOMP only fleet. This one was really a test run that we did. So we just took like T1 ship Drakes, and we did a Drake fleet and went to the system next door to try to rip their jump bridge. Fire formed up, Flash formed to counter us. They did have a lot of different alliance that joined together to get us up, but all in all, it was a pretty good fight. They came in Serb, so even though we had a slight number advantage, Drake versus Serb doesn't work that well. We still managed to score some kills. So, but the most important thing about that fleet wasn't even the objective. That we didn't care that much about the objective. For us, it was really a way to assess like what type of form up can we do like in a WOMP only fleet. Like we want to try to run those WOMP only fleet where we don't always rely on the coalition, just to build our own military strength and be able to measure. Like it's a good benchmark to see where you're at. This one wasn't in our prime time. Still, we managed to get 28 people in fleet, so it's pretty good. Again, pretty happy with the progression we're going. Obviously, we want to shoot for those numbers to get higher because, I mean, Eve at the core is an N+1 game, so you do want to get a large enough number in your fleet, which will then drive the influence you can have, the amount of system you can hold and protect, the easiness you have to protect your asset and everything. So, but still, again, it's one of our objectives in WOMP to try to run those occasional WOMP only fleet. The other one I wanted to show you was like the small gang stuff. We get stuff like that all the time. This one was actually a bait that we succeeded, where we noticed that Black Rose was in pocket and hot dropping in MTUs. So, well, we prepared a bait and managed to catch one of their Black Ops battleship. So again, I got a bunch of those. We don't always win. Sometimes we get destroyed. Sometimes they manage to shoot one of our structure, one of our miner or a guy ratting. Sometimes they hot drop us, but we do try to actively counter whatever's happening in the pocket. Obviously, like after that, it's a game. But these like small gang content like this is our day-to-day life in the WOMP pocket. So. All in all, pretty standard, but I wanted to show that battle report because I thought it was interesting to show you like a little bit what's happening here. So that's pretty much it for the war industry. Not that much to show. We're continuing to build, to grow on that side, but there's no major news this week. And personally, Tanak, I'm training various stuff. I'm training for the Ishtar at this point, slowly, but I'm not really driven toward any skill. So really, I'm the worst example you can have to how to really optimize your skill training and stuff like that. So that's about it. Again, a pretty good week. A lot of active member on com, people talking, but no major objective, no large political change. And that goes with the pace of the game where it's not like any MMO. WOMP, I would say, is a a game, while you make your own story, the world makes a story too. So you're basically, it's a combined story of everybody here. And it's not like a single player game where you will have something exciting, or like the story is driven towards an objective. Here we are in a situation where WOMP is not in a phase where we are looking at outward expansion. We're looking at increasing our number before the next phase of our growth. So that's what we're working on, and the rest of the time we're mostly participating in and reacting to whatever is happening around us, not that much driving the content. But again, these go through period. You go to a place where you're focusing on your internal growth, which is what we're doing now, and then you get to a phase when that worked, where you will get to climb, like move to some external growth or something. But again, we'll see, because it really depends on how the game evolve, all the corp evolve, the politics around us. Like it's always constantly shifting. But all in all, still, guys are having fun. Lots of banter on Discord. Lots of local content, which is what most people want. So that's pretty much what I had. Not a super exciting week in terms of space-shattering news, but a good week all the same, where we had a lot of fun. So hope you guys enjoy, and see you next week. Bye bye.